Hello, everybody. Mic check, mic check. Um, I just wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind recently. I literally just opened OBS and started talking. This is as raw as it's gonna get with, between me and you. Rec room. Now, I don't exactly know the date of when it's gonna shut down. June 1st, 2026. It is now April. So, on June 1st, Rec Room is going to shut down, and that'll be the end of it. And, seeing as this is a game that I actually have played a bit on the first PlayStation VR headset. I'd like to talk about this and give my own 2 cents on the situation. I actually really liked Rec Room. But it wasn't exactly what I wanted to play. When I first got it, it was the only free game on PlayStation Store, I think. It was the only free PlayStation VR game, beside maybe that Resident Evil short experience thing or something. But, when I first got it, I was really excited because I saw all these videos of Boneworks and Bone Lab and how awesome they were. I really liked it. I really wanted to play it. But as I found out, there wasn't such a thing as that on Rec Room. As much as people try to recreate it. Now, I don't remember exactly when I played Rec Room, like when I first started playing it. But I vividly remember, or not even vividly, I just exactly remember playing this Raid Area 51 game, and it would be like a team between two people. It would be like the guards and the raiders, and they have to get into Area 51, and the guards have to shoot them down. And I don't think anybody could really win. It wasn't like a capture the flag kind of thing. But at least I don't think it was. I was able to go into the base and look around, and I saw a bunch of funny stuff, and I got a bunch of cool items, guns, like laser guns and stuff. But, I also remember that I was on a junior account, and I wasn't able to hear or speak to anybody. And I remember standing at the front gates with this guard with this huge ass gun, and he was talking to me. He was pointing at the raiders running, and then he was saying stuff. He was moving his hands, just gestures and stuff. And at the end of when I noticed he stopped talking, I did the sorry, I can't hear you gesture. So I don't know if this other guy was also a junior account, because I'm pretty sure, although I could be wrong, that only junior accounts can play with other junior accounts, and no like adult accounts could play with junior accounts in like the same lobby. So I'm pretty sure, you know, he knew I couldn't hear him, but he was still trying to speak to me. Or maybe he was an adult account. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know that I couldn't hear him, and he just tried speaking anyway. But, yeah. You know, I also made a lot of memories on that thing. I remember that I always kept crashing in the game, and you know, it really sucked. I would be playing with a friend I had overseas. Let's call him Damien. Yeah, I would play this game with him overseas. We'd do those like story mode things with like the goblins, and you had to shoot them with arrows, blunderbusses, and shit, and shovels, all that fun stuff. You know, it really was fun. You know, and then there was the other one with the intergalactic thing. I can't remember what it was called. There was like a boss at the end that you had to fight, the mammoth or something. I remember that. And I think I beat it only once ever. It was good. It was really good. And you know, I think of all the friends I made on that game, and you know, all the games I would play with them, all the FNAF games, Area 51 games, Team Fortress games, and games. One of my biggest interests was guns as well at that time, and it still is, you know, my interest. I like guns. Although I will note, I don't like guns for the purpose of necessarily killing anybody with them, because I feel like that's where that conversation would lead to. I don't want to kill anybody. I've got no desire to. I know that I would go to jail for that, and I don't want to go to jail. I also don't feel that strong toward anybody, so yeah. But anyway, guns were one of my interests back then, and I remember that you could get like community made props and put them in your dorm. And I had like this thing, I had a like a dorm theme thing where it would make my dorm like 2 stories. It was so cool. And you know, I always hopped on that game just so I could get enough, like, every time I hopped on that game, I would hope I get that little care package with the zip. And with those credits, whatever they were called, you could be able to, you know, buy cool clothes, and that's kind of really all I wanted. I just wanted to buy cool clothes on that game, look cool in VR. I also liked playing with guns. I liked the paintball thing. I went to a lot of talent shows, and I watched people do their talent thing of singing and stuff. And it was kind of cringy, but also very... It brought people together, in a way. Like, a lot of people together. And you could never fault that game for that. This was probably around 2019, 2020 to 2021. So between 2019 and 2021. I played this game. And it was good. It helped me socialize. It helped me work on my social anxiety. It helped me, figure out how to speak in conversations and what it meant to have, friends. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of real life friends. I think I have only 4, and those are mainly at school. And that's really it. They do mean a lot to me, but I hope they don't see this. That would be pretty bad. I'm not disregarding them. They are very good people. It's just I didn't really... I grew up, I remember that Damien guy? When I was growing up, they were my friend, like my best real-life friend, and they were actually a pretty fucked up kid. They would always make me, do dares and stuff, and he said that, if I didn't do it, he'd break my pinky finger, and he'd triple dog dare me to do stuff, and... Yeah, it was fucked up. And I couldn't see that. My dad didn't like him at all. And I was like, why? What's wrong with him? And he was like Satan incarnate. Whatever. I don't really care. Rec Room. Seeing the news that it's shutting down, it makes me a little sad, but I also understand it because I watched the IP and the general idea of Rec Room change from, its own idea, Rec Room, as a community thing to something like Roblox. And, once you start transforming into a Roblox lookalike, that's when you're not a very great game or a great company. I think the topic of this video is reminiscing about the innocence that I had at such a time. Especially with Roblox. I play a lot of roleplay games, and I play a lot of Phantom Forces, and I was never good at it. Don't make a mistake about that. I was never good at the game, but I liked playing it. And I played Arsenal and worked at a pizza place, and everything was good. I don't play that game anymore, or maybe not as frequently. I used to play with my girlfriend, but we're not dating anymore. So I don't have really much of a reason to play the game if I'm not really playing it with anybody except for my friends. And even then, I'm kind of hesitant. But I try because these are my friends, and I wanna hang out with my friends. It's also one of the reasons why I got Minecraft, so I could play on Minecraft servers with them. All these games, I used to play them as a kid, and now, now they're all shareholders' interest first. Roblox is becoming more and more dystopian by the day, by the minute, covering up pedophiles and asking people to provide their ID to even play the game, removing literal core aspects of what the game is. It's like turning into IMVU. You ever heard of IMVU? Show you how. I don't know if I'm gonna edit this. I'm probably just gonna record this and post it. But IMVU. #1 3D avatar social app, virtual worlds, virtual reality. It is weird. People pretend to be people who they're not, and it's disturbing. I'm not gonna show any specific people. I think I'll just like show a screenshot of like, you know, from the official game or something, or just some transparent screenshots that I found that I assume are not actual players, because if they are, Jesus Christ. But it's disturbing. It's people... I don't know how I'll ever be able to describe it. It's weird. If I'm not mistaken, IMVU used to look like this. That looked cool, right? But then they upgraded their graphics engine and I think a bunch of more stuff with that. It's just so weird. Like people are making like virtual characters that they look nothing like. I mean, that you don't have to like make your avatar look exactly like you. But I mean, it's kind of weird that you make some realistic ass person and start dating somebody over the internet and pretend to have this like real life relationship with them. It's weird because that other person only knows you as that character. And if anything I've heard is true, it's a bit of a predator preying grounds. So, yeah, dude, that game is just so weird. And people, oh my god, I'm looking at more screenshots. People have kids on this game. Who plays as the kids? Are these like sentient AI things, or is there someone who genuinely plays as the children? Like, what the fuck? This is so weird. This is so weird. Whatever. Roblox is becoming IMVU, and what about it? What about it, dude? People are trying to look sexy on a kid's game, or what used to be a kid's game. You can't tell me that shit ain't weird. I just wanted to quickly add here, if it's not really a kid's game, the age demographic of that game is mostly teenagers, so my point still stands. This shit is weird. People are trying to be people that they are not, and it's not cool. I mean, you're allowed to be someone else over the internet, but when you start trying to form actual relationships based on the image of your character and not yourself, it gets a bit weird. Especially if you don't know the other person's age. That's dark. Not even kind of dark, that's just dark. Anyway. Roblox is becoming IMVU. More by the second. And it makes me depressed because I recognized it as a game that lets you, you know, play cool games generated by people of the community. And now it's about everybody, you know, everybody's trying to, you know, do some kind of fashion thing. Hyper-realistic avatars and shit. It's so weird. And these people are like 14, and their boyfriends are like 68. That's how it goes. Roblox is weird and evil. And I don't think Rec Room befell the same fate, but it certainly tried to follow it in the aspect of, here are brain rot games, and here are tycoon games, and here's this, oh, this is a trend, you know this trend? Oh yeah, this is a trend now, you should play this. It's a trend. Rec Room was a good game. And I'm sad about what it's becoming. And the fact that it's gonna end now. Soon. Enough. But I think it's positive to remember it for what it was and not dwell on it. Well, not dwell on what it is now. And how it brought so many people together to have fun, just like Roblox did. Hell, I could name so many franchises that just became, profit first. But, I won't, because I'm not planning on making this video too long. But, yeah. I just wanted to post this and share my thoughts on Rec Room shutting down and how I had fun on it. Okay, yeah, that's it. See you guys.